Who's she? Have you heard 10 anyone's taking pictures, girls?
No.
She's their side at wall.
It's 10 past.
Go and hurry, Mum, Joe.
She's coming.
No sign of him, then. You should know best from expecting. But he ought to be here for his dad's funeral. In you get, Grandad. Take it slow. I don't want Jacob bumped about on his last ride. No right to anything. No right at all. That's your opinion. What are you going to do about him, then? Tell me that. It's more what he wants to do. We'll have to find that out first.
Will he have gone home, you think?
Well, if he has, it'll do him no harm to wait. We've had to wait for him long enough. I'm puzzled why he didn't come to the burial. He never bothered about Dad alive, so why should he dead? He's not been as good a son as he ought. I'll give you that. You've got no option to do otherwise. Happen not. But I can still fetch you one, married though you are. So watch your tongue. Whatever rights and wrongs of case, I'm having no family squabbles today. Understand? Jack's my son. So I can handle him. And the rest of family. If you've done, I'll get back.
Been a sad day for you then, Annie.
Jacob and me had 30 good years together. I can't grumble.
But he weren't an old man. I was sorry to see him go.
As I say, you're about your best customer. Come on in. I'm not having picnic. So you've come home then?
Aye, Ma. That's it.
Get this in a chair. Tea's on table. Oh, we'll fix something up.
I'm not worried.
That's good. Because I have a thing or two to put you to rights about. I could have said a lot before family earlier. But I prefer to keep it between parties concerned. Just keep your tongue quiet till I've done. You walked out on your dad just when he needed help. And apart from a letter now and again, I've had sight and a sign of you. Well, past, and your dad's dead. But whatever kind of a mess you've made of your life outside, I'm not so unnatural a mother I can refuse you food and shelter. If you want to stay home, you're welcome.
Thanks. But it's my farm now, isn't it?
Right. But it's a hard living here. And what we eat, we work for. Milking's at 6. I'll give you a call.
Well, if we're going to be neighbours, we'd better get introduced. Jack Sugden, brother Joe.
Marion Wilkes.
Wilkes. Wilkes and Fisher. That your dad's firm?
Do you know them?
Didn't they kill all the fish in the Tannet?
It was an accident.
I'm sure. Nobody drops a couple of 100,000 gallons of poison into a river deliberately. Unless, of course, it's the cheapest way of getting rid of it.
Well, that weren't very nice.
I thought you were the big animal lover.
Well, I do like animals.
But what? Don't fish count?
Of course. But she didn't do it.
She lives off it. In my book, that's living off immoral earnings.
Mrs. Sugden, my name's Wilkes. I've bought Inglebrook across the fields. I'd like a word with you, please.
You best come in.
Thank you.
That's my daughter. Mr. Skilbeck.
How do you do? I'll get straight to the point, Mrs. Sugden. As the owner of Inglebrook, I've a right of way across your land to my lower meadow. Do you know that?
No, I don't. Who says you have?
It's in the deeds.
Have you brought them with you?
No, I haven't. But you...
I've lived here over 30 years. There's no one has any rights in this farm but us. And it'll take more than your say-so to make me think otherwise.
You can inspect the deeds any time you wish.
Where are they?
At my solicitor's. I can make an appointment for you to see them at his office.
If you want me to look at anything, you can bring it here. I've no time to waste gallivanting around solicitors' offices.
As you wish. I'll be in touch.
Just a minute. No one's going to stop you using the gate. So what's all the fuss?
I simply wish to claim my right of way over your property.
There's no need to claim anything. We don't bite people's heads off for walking across fields, as long as they shut gates and do no harm.
It's not a question of walking, Mrs. Sugden. The main gate to Inglebrook's on a corner by the main road, and I don't like it. So I propose to have it walled off and use the lower gate on the meadow as the main entrance.
You mean you want to drive cars and things through our back way?
If that's what you call it, I do. At the moment, it's impossible because it's littered with farm implements. I want them cleared away.
But you can go on wanting. And they're not littered, as you call it. They're stored. That's where we keep them.
I'm entitled to unimpeded right of way. You'll have to move them, Mrs. Sugden. The law's on my side.
Mind if I join you? Aren't you going to introduce me?
Alex Saunders, Jack.
Sugden.
How do you do?
Old Yorkshire name, Sugden. Very old. Mentioned in the Doomsday Book. What's your pedigree?
Let's go.
You haven't finished your drink.
I'm particularly I think.
Doesn't look as if you are.
As soon as Father knew what was happening, he had the dumping stopped.
I'm sure the fish were very grateful. But unfortunately, dead.
Didn't get much change there, did you?
Early days.
Hello, Joe. Can I have a word with you? Private.
Oh, Chuck. Excuse me.
Let's sit over here.
About time, Jack, is it?
Janie told me he was in here the other night.
Ah, well, he's not now.
Well, I didn't come in specially to see him. To tell you the truth, I've been a bit fed up being stuck in the house all day. So I thought I'd come out for a drink. You know how it is. And then I saw you and I thought I'd ask after him.
Well, what's Tom up to then?
Oh, I don't bother about him. Never know where he is half the time. I hear Jack's done well for himself.
Can I get you anything?
Well,
Well, don't make it too expensive. I'm not that flush.
let me get you
Come
one.
on, I'm asking. What are you having?
Could I have one of those little bottle things? Bombouche, isn't it?
You've been watching telly, haven't you?
Has he, though? Jack. Been in London, they tell me. Done well for himself there.
Oh, you best ask him yourself. You've told me nothing.
Go on, you can tell me.
No, honest. What do you want to know for, anyway?
Well, Jack and me, we used to be quite friendly before he went off.
Ah, I know that.
Naturally, one's interested in what happens to old friends.
12 and a half.
Oh, thanks, Amos. It's lovely.
Ah, you'd best watch out in the bathroom tonight. There could be trouble.
He doesn't really believe that, does he? Huh? There's an ad on telly about this drink. There's this girl, and then suddenly her bathroom is full of half a dozen Frenchmen. Some oats.
Oh, well, I don't watch it myself much. No time.
Did you mean that? Honest? Hasn't Jack let on what he's been doing?
Ruth, I've told you.
Not married, is he?
Not as far as I know.
We used to have a lot of fun together, Jack and me. Oh, you were just a kid then.
I remember you coming up to the house for him.
He was a real laugh, was Jack. Always up to something. Uh-oh.
Here you are, then.
Looks like it, unless it's my shadow.
There's kids back home.
That's where they ought to be, isn't it?
That's where you ought to be and all. Kids shouldn't be left on their own in the house.
Why'd you leave them, then?
Go on. Go on, get out of there. Well, you heard what I said.
I'm going to finish my drink first.
Well, what is it?
It's Bombouche. It's quite nice, too.
Well, let's see. I want to taste it.
Well, only a sip. You don't get much.
Muck! Now, come on, get out of there. Go on. Go back to the kids.
Tell Jack I'll be looking in to see him someday.
And any drinks my wife wants, I'll buy her.
You're a rare day when you buy your own.
Look, I don't want any lip from any jumped-up little squirts either.
Well, how about a drink, then? Will you take a drink from me?
Oh, well, yeah, well, that's more sensible. Yeah, I'll have a pint. Thanks very much.
Well, I don't think I can manage a pint. How about a half?
Oh, well, I'm not greedy. I half will do.
Well, just about a half here.
You little bugger.
No fighting in here. I'll not have any fighting in my pub.
Well, I don't mind going outside. Right? Right, Amos. Split up.
Don't kid yourself, it's the finish, Joe Sugden. Tom's got his own ways of fighting.
Well, what do you suggest?
We could go for a drive.
Well, look at the countryside through the window.
It's dark.
Then there's not much point. Anyway, the top's down. The damp country air might be bad for your rheumatism.
Marion,
Yes?
will you marry me? Because of Peter Hesketh.
I told you no.
But you'd tell me if there was anybody else. Is there?
I thought there was.
Anybody I know?
I'd rather not talk about it.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Promise you something.
What?
If it doesn't work out, you'll let me know.
It's not like that.
I don't understand.
It's finished.
Well, in that case...
No, it's too soon. That is, I think it's finished.
For you. Or for him.
For me, I suppose.
Well, I'm damned. Managed it all on your own this time, have you? Grandad? Oh, my God. I'll just see if he's done... Hey, what happened? I don't know. Go and get Mum. I'll bring him in.
Matt's found him in Cowbuyer. What? He's bringing him in now. You all right?
Oh, yeah.
On couch. What happened?
I don't know.
Take Andrew over and get the doctor.
I know.
He's frozen. Get his hot water bottle. Echo's hot.
Why were he in Cowbuyer?
Oh, fool.
What was he doing in there?
That were rough.
How?
He's getting old.
Nancy's had her calf.
She all right?
Looks all right. Hardly had time to see. What shall I do now?
Nothing much we can do until the doctor gets here. You better see if you can get milking started. I'll give Peggy a call. She can give you a hand.
Well, shouldn't we get them upstairs first?
Not now. It's warmer here.
I'll get started then.